Dub.
I'm David Jacoby.
And on the cool check-in.
Together, we are Jalen and Jacoby. What do?
We get a people what they want.
The people got what they wanted last night in Miami. The Heat hosted the Warriors, and they got up big. But of course, as they always do, the Warriors came back in the second half to take the lead in the waning seconds. And then there was this terrible possession where Waiters gave it to Wade. Wade got his shot blocked. And then he just hosted up a prayer, which was answered. Jalen Rose. I watched this live, and I was so pumped. It just had me so excited. What did you think of Dwayne Wade's moment?
I was happy for Dwayne Wade because in his final season, I get a chance to see him living his best life.
Mm-hmm.
He's a part of an amazing power couple with Gabby Union.
Power couple.
I appreciate him being celebrated from arena to gym with the exchanges of the jerseys. And I'm appreciating that he's actually playing quality minutes and performing well.
And the braids.
That's where I was going last. The fresh out braids. The Miami Heat, first off, their team owns it. Okay. James Johnson, Josh Richardson, Dwayne Wade.
There's one person in Miami that's like, where'd you get your braids? Oh, they got them from Gina. And then Gina's all of a sudden gets text from everybody on the team.
No doubt about it. So I appreciate that he's given a chance to literally live his best life in his final season.
But the one thing that I really don't want to overlook is this was a terrible possession. It was awful. Dwayne Wade had it, dribbled into the middle, put his back to the basket, tried to make something happen, passed it to Waiters. Wait, look at this. Like, Waiters double teamed. He gives it to Wade. Wade's open. Nope. Kevin Durant's. Nope. Shot blocked. And then finally makes it. It was so good. And he was so pumped that even in the post-game presser, he had a very poignant reference to someone else doing it to him previously. Let's listen to Dwayne Wade.
I wonder when Kobe hit that game winner on me in LA, when he hit it on the top, when he hit it on the glass for the top of the key, I said, how is that possible? Thank you for showing me the way.
Jalen.
David.
He mentioned when Kobe did it to him, and then when you see the Kobe shot, you're like, oh, that does look exactly the same.
Off one leg. Crazy. The other thing that I want to make sure we acknowledge is don't sleep on the Miami Heat as it relates to an Eastern Conference playoff team. They've snuck and got healthy. Goran Dragic, not pitchered, had 27 points in this basketball game. Off the bench. They're a half game out of eighth. Josh Richardson is a lockdown defender. He had 21 points.
I love Richardson's game.
Bam Adebayo had a double-double.
And a great lob.
Justice Winslow's developed as a playmaker, and Dion Waiters has also returned.
And Coach Bo, one of the best that people don't talk about.
No doubt about it. Yes, indeed. So the Miami Heat are coming.
And the Pistons might get bumped out. You never know. Well, everybody talks about Dwayne Wade. He's made it very clear this is his farewell tour. He's got T-shirts. He's got merch, everything. But, like, everyone's also treating Dirk like this is his last year. They gave him an all-star spot. Doc Rivers is stopping the game to give him shout-outs. But it seems like everyone's trying to get Dirk out of the league except for Dirk. This is what Dirk had to say about his future. He said, I would love to be there for the young guys one more year, but I think it depends on how my body feels. Jalen Rose, why is everyone trying to kick Dirk out of the NBA?
And see, here's the thing. We had initially just attached Dirk's wagon to Dwayne Wade. He ain't going from gym to gym exchanging jerseys.
He's not.
He didn't ask Adam Silver to be in the All-Star game.
He went 3 for 3.
Okay? And so for Dirk, he's looking back at a journey and saying, I won a championship here. We tried to rebuild the team a couple of times since that happened, and we're not able to do it.
And it's looking pretty good
now
right now.
All of a sudden, we got Luka and KP.
Yeah, we got KP. I want to play with KP.
I'm trying to be a part of the road show, too.
And also, Mark Cuban will give him, $10 million.
Absolutely.
Like, that's nothing to,
no
that's
doubt
nothing
about it.
to,
And there will be a time, mark my words, that you see Dirk standing on the sideline with the helmet on at a Dallas Cowboys game with a jersey on as an honorary
you keep saying
football
that's not
player.
Gonna happen.
Yes, he will.
You keep saying that it's not going to happen.
Yes.
And also, 7-footers don't look right in football pads.
That's
like,
what makes it
right.
funny.
We'll see.
That's going to happen.
If that does happen, I'll do 10 push-ups. Well, from fun stories that make us smile to sadness, the Celtics are just reeling. They are just reeling. They haven't won a game since the All-Star break. Last night on national TV, they hosted the Trailblazers. This was a close game. Like this wasn't a blowout like the one against the Raptors. This was a close game, but the Celtics just don't really feel like they had that cohesion. It just didn't really work. It just didn't feel like a team sport. And I was talking to my friends while we were watching this game is they used to be like 4 passes per possession, and now it's 1 pass and someone takes their man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. What do you see as wrong with the Boston Celtics?
So a couple of things that you can't ignore. The last 6 games that Kyrie Irving played, they're 0-6.
Wow.
The last 6 games he did not participate, they're 6-0.
But Kyrie Irving is one of the best players in the National Basketball Association.
Correct. And he even had 30-plus points in this game, was 14 from 24 from the floor. But when you look deeper into the box score, 3 assists.
That's the thing.
And the reason why I bring that up is this team has success without him. And as an organization, you rest on your laurels. We did it as commentators. We said, they made it to the conference finals without Kyrie.
And they added
Kyrie
and Gordon Hayward.
You put him back with that squad.
They can play against the Warriors.
They can play against the Warriors.
They can run the Warriors to 6 games.
But you know what doesn't happen? You know, in team sports, it really doesn't work like that. And we got caught up in the sum of the individual parts. Tatum with number 3. It's going to make the All-Star leap. Didn't happen this year. Jalen Brown showed that he could be a starter. He's going to be all defensive one year. So is Marcus Smart. Al Horford, their rock, their anchor.
Brad Stevens been making it all happen. If anyone can manage all of this, it's Brad Stevens.
But you know, the beauty that I like about the game is this. Teams win. Can I tell everybody this? Teams win. And I know when the playoffs come, you give the ball to Kyrie Irving, and he can be magical as they come in the game. But there's a reason why when you look at the individuals on the Celtics and you were picking teams and you were going against the Bucks and the Raptors, yeah, you'll take Giannis. Yeah, you'll take the Greek. Yeah, you'll take Kawhi. But then when you look deeper into the roster, as individuals, you'll be like, I'll probably take Tatum over the second or third best player on either one of those teams.
They would probably win 4 out of 5 matchups when they play those teams, but they will lose 4 out of 5 games.
Correct. And now what's going to happen to the Boston Celtics is you put yourself in position to hover around the 5th seed. Guess what happens then? You play against number 4 right now, the Philadelphia 76ers.
On the road.
And now you get bounced in the first round after adding those 2 guys to a team that went to the conference finals.
Well, the Celtics are surrounded by frustration, and Kyrie Irving in the postgame, he doesn't really hide it very well. Let's listen to Kyrie.
What's your confidence level in this team going forward?
Huh?
What's your confidence level in the team going forward?
What do you mean?
Just in terms of, you got
What kind of question is that?
A legitimate question. I mean, how do you feel about this team?
Next question.
So here's why people look at that some type of way. When you're the captain of a team, and I'm fortunate enough to pretty much be a captain on every team that I played on.
That's just because you loud.
At least once.
That's because you loud.
Okay. When they ask you, what is your confidence in the team? What would you like that guy to say?
I'm 100% confident in this team. He literally said we can beat anybody in a 7-game series
a week ago.
That was a week. It was all good
And
just a week ago.
Boom! There we go. So now, as a teammate of his, as the head coach, when they say, so what do you think about an adjustment? Ask Brad. What do you think about what Morris said? Well, you got to respect it.
That's his opinion.
And then last night, the same thing was Smart. So what has happened is you now see the fracture become public. Usually these are things when you're in the locker room, you can kind of funnel them to the point where when we take the floor, when we get on the bus, when we get on the plane, we know what's bubbling behind the scenes, but we can always get mad at the media because they're reporting things that they don't know.
Yes.
But they're getting little reports here and there. But now they're putting it out there. He's putting it out there. So it tells me a couple of things. This team clearly ain't going far in the playoffs. They definitely ain't making it to the conference finals. And last but not least, he ain't coming back there.
No, he's not coming back.
He ain't coming back there.
He's not coming back. He's not coming back.
The intrigue for die-easy Boston Celtics fans like yourself is he going to walk for nothing or are they going to be able to sign and trade? That's what they should be worried about at this
That's
point.
where we are right now with that. There's also a friend of the program who was in attendance in front row, none other than Jadakiss. Was in the action. There he is, spilling his drink. getting knocked into by Rodney Hood. But I want to say this. Jadakiss was there, but also my guy Millie's was sitting right next to him. He's a little-known rapper. He's an excellent rapper. Look him up. Millie's, they have a song together. They're homies. And I think that Millie's got most of the drink spilled on him, to be honest with you.
And the thing about Kiss, whose Hall of Fame bust sits over my shoulder, he's an avid sports fan. Sitting front row, there to take in the action. Y'all can't be spilling my guy's beverage.
Well, they got caps on top of the beverage, too.
No, but when a basketball player comes barreling into you, it don't matter if it's a cap on your plastic cup.
I kept an eye on those two. They didn't come back to their seats for like 20 minutes.
Of course they did.
They get to go back somewhere and get some new shirts or something.
Yeah,
like,
you had to dry
they
off.
taken care of.
And you know what else? You go back and you're like, wait a minute. They interrupted my adult entertainment beverage flow. Normally, I was going to have one right now, second quarter. Now I got spilled.
And you got to get two before the end of the third.
Correct. So now you go to the back and you drink 2 or 3 before you come back to your seat.
It's time for News That Matters. By the name of Brittany Renner. She's not just an Instagram model. She's a very popular Instagram model, and she pops up on my feed from time to time. She's in some news stories, and she's in the news again. Apparently, she's a Kentucky fan. She's been attending Kentucky games, and people notice. That is Keldon Johnson, and he's noticed that Brittany Renner is there. That is him winking, tongue out, and then saying, what's he saying, Jalen?
I love you.
Do you think he's talking to the coach?
No.
You think he's talking to maybe his mom's in the stands?
No.
You think he's talking to the Instagram model?
He's
Brittany
definitely
Renner?
not talking to one of his teammates either.
No, I don't think so
either. How about
either.
that? You wish your teammate loved you and looked at you the way he was looking at her.
He does it. Question
in the middle of the game.
Soft move or boss move, professing your love for an Instagram model in the middle of the game.
Boss move.
Oh, I love this.
I played a lot of basketball.
This. Okay.
And let me tell you guys something. I'm not going to mention any names.
Take us behind the curtains.
But I've fallen into this category at different points of my career.
Oh.
In high school, college, early in the league.
Late in the league.
When
you say different points of your career, you mean your entire career.
There are times that basketball players have better vision than the rest of the world truly acknowledges.
Oh.
And it's not just seeing an open man cutting back door for a dunk. It's you're in a facility that has 25,000 people there.
25,000 people there.
And for some strange reason, you can spot somebody that you think is fly. And you know what you do?
Eye contact?
No, it's more. It's more.
Oh.
You don't have to get the eye contact. That's lame. No.
Oh, okay.
You don't do it. You don't lick out your tongue and tell the person you love them. Here's what you do. You get the ball boy to take them a note.
That's not real.
That's what you do.
That's real? So you write a little note? Like, do you like me with yes, check this box, yes, check this box, no?
Back in the day, this was when beepers were out. This is when everybody didn't have a cell phone. David Jacoby, no. You write down the name with the number and you have the ball boy give it to the individual. At that point, it's a 50-50 proposition.
You might get a voicemail later.
It's a 50-50 proposition. Oh, and by the way.
Question. If it's a 50-50 proposition, would you ever give out more than one note at a time?
No.
Okay.
That's corny.
Okay.
That goes against all ethics and etiquette. That's just like he's not going to be licking out his tongue saying I love you, hopefully to nobody else this year. Okay? He's got to own the fact that he's trying to shoot his best shot. But as a college kid, the dynamics of being on campus and having to work, the only time he really probably get a chance to see her is at and or during the game. So if I'm playing for Kentucky, here's what you do. Y'all got to win some more games. Okay? Y'all got to win the SEC regular season. Y'all got to win the SEC tournament. And y'all got to get Coach Cal to the Final Four. Because you know what happens? They have a couple notable fans, by the way, to come to their Kentucky games. Mm-hmm. If y'all make it far, she'll be there. And you know what might happen if you guys end up cutting down the nets? Y'all get a chance to celebrate. You know what happens in celebration? Everybody gets a chance to engage one another.
I know the Kentucky players love Jalen Jacoby. They're about to go on a win streak. They're going to watch this segment, and they're about to go on a win streak. I'm picking Kentucky to win the national championship. You heard it right here on Jalen Jacoby. Ole Miss basketball has been in the news for a lot of reasons. We'll tell you exactly why after this.